Good morning, this is meteorologist Andrew Moore with the Storm Prediction Center with a multimedia briefing for Thursday, March 17th, 2021. This information is valid as of around 9:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Today we have a high risk for severe weather across portions of the lower Mississippi Valley into the Mid-South, primarily across portions of central Mississippi into west central Alabama. As you can see, this does include the cities of Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Birmingham, Alabama. Other cities within the moderate risk area include Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, and Montgomery, Alabama. The primary threat today will be the potential for strong and potentially long-track tornadoes, and this risk is primarily going to be across central Mississippi into west central Alabama. Additionally, portions of far northeast Louisiana and far southeast Arkansas are within this highest risk area. However, anyone from far southern Missouri through Louisiana all the way over into far western Georgia should be prepared for the potential for tornadoes today. In addition to the tornado threat, large hail will also be a concern. The greatest hail threat is going to be across portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, across Mississippi and Alabama, and into far west Georgia. Very large hail greater than 2 inches is possible from central Louisiana, far southeast Arkansas, across most of Mississippi and into western Alabama. And additionally, we could see a damaging wind threat spanning most of the risk area across much of Arkansas, Louisiana, almost all of Mississippi, and most of Alabama. Taking a closer look at regional radar, we notice a line of thunderstorms that are going from East Texas into southern Arkansas and into western Louisiana. This line of storms is actually expected to gradually weaken through the morning and early afternoon hours, but additional redevelopment along and behind the line is expected and will move through central Arkansas, central Louisiana, into western Mississippi through the afternoon. As these thunderstorms develop along this front, hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes will all be possible. Perhaps the greatest severe risk may be associated with thunderstorms that develop out ahead of this line across central Mississippi into west central Alabama. These thunderstorms are expected to develop during the late afternoon and evening hours and persist into the overnight hours. Here are some more details on the tornado threat timing. Around midday, we expect the highest tornado potential to be across portions of Arkansas, extending into northern Mississippi and Alabama and southwest Tennessee. Portions of southeast Mississippi and southern Alabama will see the tornado risk increase through the afternoon. By 7 p.m. this evening is when we expect the highest tornado potential. The highest potential will be across the Ark-La-Miss area and extend into the western Alabama region. The tornado potential would begin to decrease slowly overnight, and by midnight we see the highest tornado potential across far eastern Mississippi into northwest Alabama, including the Tuscaloosa and Birmingham areas. Just as a quick recap, there is a high risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight. Tornadoes will be the primary threat, and a few strong, long-track tornadoes are expected. Large hail, possibly up to 2 inches in diameter or greater, and damaging winds, possibly over 75 miles per hour, are also possible. We encourage you to remain weather aware through today and tonight. For the latest watches, you can go to www.spc.noaa.gov, and for the latest warning information, go to www.weather.gov and find your local National Weather Service office. This information is considered experimental and will not be updated after this morning. It is only intended for general briefing purposes. Please consult the Storm Prediction Center and National Weather Service websites listed here for the latest information on watches and warnings.